streaming. What's up? I don't know. Anyway, you ready for the show? Yeah, of course I am. It's Monday morning. What else do we do on a Monday morning? Sweet. Downstairs. I'll get the coffees on. I'll get the pan au chocolat. Love you. Do you know what? I had the most bizarre dream last night. You would not even believe. Riding in car parks, riding with a spoon on my bike, doing like an egg and spoon. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, let's get on with today's show. Transition. Alright, so coming up today we're going to discuss my, top 3-5 talking points from this year's Tour de France. We're also going to look at stage 1 of Tour de France Femmes. We've also got some other news to catch up on, but the biggest news of today is I've just taken delivery of these bad boys. Don't judge, I don't care. They're amazing. They look amazing, they feel amazing, and I'm proud to be an owner of some pink Crocs. Sue me. So first up, let's talk Tour de France Femmes, avec Zwift. Stage 1 was essentially a criterium around the Champs-Élysées, the lap that the men come and do after they've done their little processional ride into Paris. And it didn't really disappoint. There's some major hype around this, and I think this, although we've seen previous editions of a Tour de France for women in the past, I think this one is not only going to be clearly the biggest. We've got 8 stages. We've got some amazingly tough stages. We finish on Super Planche de Belle Fille. I think that is like the gravel part of it. Anyway, we've also got some of the biggest names in women's cycling, some of the biggest teams in world cycling. It's set to be, in my opinion, the best edition of this thing we have ever seen. And it's going to be the stepping stone that these women need to take this thing to the next level. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. But stage 1 was won by Lorena Wiebes. She went head to head with Marianne Vos, but she came out tops. Marianne Vos got the jump on her, but Wiebes managed to take the victory. That puts her in yellow for stage 2. Stage 2 is happening right as I'm recording this. We will bring you the news on that on Wednesday. But tell me, guys, what do you think of having this 8-stage Tour de Femmes avec Zwift? Is it the biggest thing to happen to women's cycling ever? Or am I wrong about that? I don't know. But I'd love to get your thoughts on it. I'd love to get your opinions on it. What do you think we're going to see? Who do you think we're going to see in yellow come the end of the 8 stages? And any and all opinions are welcome. Next up, and before we get into the men's Tour de France, let's talk about this story that broke a couple of days ago. Miguel Angel Escobar has been suspended from Astana after reports linking him to a drug trafficking case. Oh, it's like something out of Narcos. So Astana have suspended Miguel Angel Lopez from any activity within the team after reports in Spain suggested he is under investigation for links to Dr. Marco Marin. I've pronounced that wrong, but I don't care. Who was arrested in May for alleged crimes of drug trafficking and money laundering. They kind of go hand in hand, them two, don't they? Tell me a drug trafficker that doesn't launder money. Astana claimed they had nothing to do with it, as you'd expect, and that's probably the case. Drug trafficking from a Colombian. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Is this the end of his career? Who knows? Not really got much else to say on it. Probably been supplying people. People are probably now worried because they're going to go, oh, he's going to whistleblow on us just to get himself a lighter sentence or whatever. I think that's how the drug... I don't know. I'm not involved. But let me know down below. What do you think of this? Do you even care? I really don't. Unless it implicates someone high up in the world of World Tour cycling and he's got some dirt on him, then it might interest me. But I'm not bothered. Not like he's done anything on a bike for a long time, is it? Anyway, leave your comments down below. Transition. Guess who's back? Back again. Yeah, that's right. It's Lulu. Julien Alaphilippe. Back to winning ways. He had an injury back in April at the Classics, was it? I think. I can't remember. He took victory in stage 1 of Tour de Wallonie. And unsurprisingly, when you saw where the finish was, it was up the Mur de Huy, which I have been up, completed it twice as slow as him. Absolute brute. But when you realise that they're going up there and the finish is up there, your money's always going to be on someone like Alaphilippe, even after his torrid summer over the past couple of months, getting back from injury. But this is his first step on what is sure to be an amazing road of cycling for the rest of the summer. Julian Alaphilippe, Lulu, he's back. In other news, Nathan Haas and Annabelle Fisher have decided to become models for a lovely knitwear company up in Scotland, producing high quality woolen... Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, those were woolen sweaters given to the winners of a 200k gravel race. So Nathan took victory in the men's and Annabelle Fisher took victory in the women's 200-kilometre pro gravel race at the Riff. I don't know what's up with me today. I feel a bit rusty. I feel like... Do you know what it feels like? It feels like I haven't done one of these shows for like a year. But that's not the case because we only did one... Well, we haven't even had a break. I've just been doing loads of them. But I just feel rusty. So apologies if it's not high quality, engaging entertainment and information that you normally get. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, let's talk Tour de France. You saw the thumbnail. I had to do it. I had to. But I'm going to say from the offset, I don't believe that Wout Van Aert, Oat for No, as Louis likes to call him, is doping. I don't believe it. I do not. I don't think anyone at Jumbo is. And listen, let's start the debate in the comments. You know what it's like here. I was looking at and listening to the GCN coverage over on Eurosport, checking out Dan Lloyd's Twitter, just keeping an eye on what people are saying. And one, it's a shame that when there are riders who are that good, there are people who instantly, I mean, I kind of did by doing what I did in the thumbnail, but there are people that just jump straight away, bang, no, they're cheating. And it's unfair to tar them with that brush. And I'd rather be naive. I think someone else said it on Twitter. It's better to be naive and believe that it's true than just to simply banish them all to the land of definitely doping. I don't think that's the case at all when it comes to certainly the majority of the riders that are in the pro peloton nowadays. Because we spoke about Pog a few years ago and we said, is he? Isn't he? Not that he's come out of nowhere, but he's got such a young lad. And we used to talk about Grand Tour winners peaking 32, 33 years old. And now we're getting these youngsters just coming through and just absolutely burning up everybody else, ripping up the rule book and doing whatever they want. But we can't have a Tour de France chat without talking about Wout Van Aert and the amazing job he did. It's not like he rocked up this year and that's the first time we've ever seen him do it. We saw him do it up on, Mont Ventoux. He won on Mont Ventoux. I think he won a time trial stage then. And he did some serious leading out for Roglic. So it's not uncommon to see him do that. But the way he dominated the green jersey, the way he went in breaks every single day, you can't help but think, if they're not doping, what is it that he's got above everyone else? Because the race has been the fastest race we have ever seen. Is that down to a tailwind, the whole of it? Or is that down to the technology of the bikes, the kit, the nutrition, the rest, the recovery? Who knows? But we also saw the least amount of finishes ever at a Tour de France this year. What does that say? So there's so many talking points when it comes to the Tour de France. I think Wout van Aert, though, is the biggest talking point, and you've got to give him props for what he did. Unbelievable achievement to have achieved everything he has done with that green jersey, the teamwork he did, the stage wins he took. He took a stage win in the hills, in a sprint, and a time trial, if I remember rightly. It's all become a bit of a blur, to be honest. Anyway, semantics right now. I want to know your opinion of Wout van Aert. Are we seeing potentially, and I've said this in new shows gone by, are we potentially seeing one of the most all-round riders ever in the world? And what's his next step? Because in an interview at the Tour de France, he said, I mean, I'm ad-libbing here, but he basically said, I've done it now. I'm not that bothered about green jersey. So what does he go for? Is he capable of becoming a GC contender? You wouldn't write him off for it, would you? Not after seeing what we've seen. And if he does decide to become a GC contender, is there anyone that could beat him? I don't know. But again, I'd love to know your thoughts on Wout Van Aert. Whether you think he's doped up to the eyeballs, or whether you think he's just a natural talent, whether you think that he's just in the right team with the right people around him and he's got the right equipment and he can do no wrong, then again, leave your comments down below. We can't help also talking about a very special moment that really had nothing to do with cycling. This transcended cycling. This was about sportsmanship. This was about respect. In fact, here's the moment here. It was just so special.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the first day of...
Sorry, Louis, it's the wrong clip, mate. That doesn't show sportsmanship at all. If anything, the opposite. And then finally, let's talk Jonas Vingegaard, winner of this year's Tour de France. Did it in emphatic style. Not that anyone had written him off, he was there. People were talking about him as potential, but no one could see past Pogačar. Then potentially Roglic. Then maybe Vingegaard. But he just, again, ripped the rule book up. He just did what he wanted, and clearly he showed that he was head and shoulders above Roglic, who ended up pulling out of the Tour. Ended up showing he was head and shoulders above everybody at this year's Tour. Phenomenal victory, but I think I know exactly how he went and won it.
Alright, as most of you know, I left my coding job at the start of 2022 to focus full time on cycling. In February, I accepted a freelance role as video analyst and technical consultant for a top World Tour team, Jumbo-Visma.
That's right. Benji and Lanterne Rouge have been giving them inside information. It's those boys that have led Jumbo-Visma to one of the most historic Tour de France victories ever. Green jersey, polka dot jersey, yellow jersey. All thanks to Patty and Benji. Great success, lads. Although, B&B Hotels, they had some inside information. Didn't quite work out as well for them. They had Dan Lloyd on their side.
As 2022 Tour de France draws to a close, I can now reveal that Adam Blythe and I have been working on performance, nutrition and tactical strategies for B&B Hotels KTM since March. Now we can't claim all credit for their results, but we're now looking for new jobs today.
And then finally, before we go, quick question. Why have we seen Jumbo-Visma riders with caps on and what look like, I'm guessing they're mic packs, you know, like this one, on the back of their helm, on the back of the caps? I like to think that no one's really noticed it and it's a charging system and they're all cyborgs. It's probably not the case, but I'd love it if it was. But any light you can shed on that? Is it something scientific that they're measuring? Are they measuring their brains? Is it maybe like a new form of doping? Like electrical stimulation to the brain? Or is it just a mic pack so they can, for the Netflix documentary? Who knows? Who bloody knows? Anyway, without further ado, let's end it here. Oh, Louis said I have to end on a joke. What does a cyclist ride in the winter? That's right, an icicle. This show is purely entertainment only. Nothing is actually factually correct in this, or at least I'm going to say it's not to save my bacon. We're just having a laugh here. Calm down, it's not serious. Leave your comments down below, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button.